Today, of course, this meeting and just working in classrooms and working on getting everything closed out for tomorrow. And we moved our end of the year festivities to today instead of tomorrow because of the retirement ceremony. So we'll do that today, beginning at 11:30, and it'll be up under the bleachers where we're always. And that's where we'll recognize in our own way our retirees and then some of our teachers that are leaving us this year. We want to just give them a short token of our appreciation for everything that they've done by being on the faculty and staff here at Washington County High School. Then after that, we'll come back and just finish working in our rooms. Let's see how much of this closeout stuff we can get done today, so tomorrow will be pretty smooth, and when it's time to leave, we can leave. We got the biometric screenings tomorrow. Then we have the retirement ceremony here. See that word mandatory. Everyone needs to be there. And we'll run lunch from 11:30 to 1. Normally here, they normally give us some stuff, but you'll have lunch from 11:30 to 1, work in our classrooms, and then we'll do our closeout faculty meeting at 2:30. All right, and that's where among other things, we'll go over our keeps, tweets, and deletes in this faculty meeting. What was the deadline for keeps, tweeting, deletes? Was it Wednesday?
Yesterday afternoon.
Yesterday afternoon, because we got to compile all this stuff and get it together. All right, I need to give each one of y'all a time sheet. Y'all know we had a day that we didn't have students. What Dr. Henderson is doing like she did the last time, instead of making us stay an extra day, we're going to give everybody a time sheet. We need to come up with 8 hours of stuff. Parent night, honors night, tutoring after, all that stuff counts. Tutoring after school, you done some work at home, any of that. You need to get 8 hours of stuff so you can get credit for that day. That should be real easy. Yeah. All right, that should be very easy.
Graduation.
Ma'am? Graduation, that's right. Graduation, prom, that's right. All those things.
8 hours.
It should be real easy. So I'll get this, before we leave, I'll give everybody a time sheet. Just fill it out, put your times in there, and I'm sure that won't be an issue at all. On your sign-out sheets, we went to the Schoology. Don't worry about a data notebook, and you don't have to do that on your sign-out sheet. And your parent contact logs, just keep those, and if we need them, just keep them in a safe place for this year. And if we need them, then we'll get them as needed. Because you all know, and it always never fails, and when it gets hot in the kitchen, of course, we are blunt. And it never failed. We had a young man didn't meet the requirements to graduate, and his mother come in here, and boy, she ain't know nothing about it. Nobody told her nothing, and she didn't, even though all the teachers met with her and gave her packets of makeup work back in March. And then I met with her personally, met with him and her personally. And even though we met with him, and showed him everything he needed, but then we had to make that phone call to tell him that he wasn't going to march. Running to the school and falling all out in the flood. level. But because we're in constant contact with the next level, and letting the next level know what's going on, then it was a non-issue. But y'all always hear me say that documentation is very important. Because the next level, what the next level does, the next level comes down here to prep for the meeting, and then all we got to do is give dates and times when that happens.
But it was never that child's fault either.
Right.
During the whole time.
Right. Never the child's fault. Never his fault. So again, I just appreciate you all. I know sometimes it's painstaking, you know, and it's just, you know, with everything that we do, it's keeping up with it and documenting it. But I'm telling you, in this profession, when things don't go right and we want to be blamed, documentation is critical. I just want to share something to you. When we talk about parent contact, I don't think any of y'all really realize this is, you know, we do engagements and we meet with parents. And a couple years ago, I started tracking it. Now, this is Mr. Bates, and that's all the engagements that he's done just this school year. That's 501. 501 parent conferences. Save mine for last because I got the most. I'm just playing. This is Coach May. All right. 453. That's not at the same time. Those are separate. And then Miss Ingram. She's got 200, and that's not counting how many dresses that she checked through the course of the year. And then that's me, 138. So it's a team effort. It's a team effort. And these are necessary. Now I didn't total them up, but these are necessary to support you all. And it's a team effort. And that's why I say, when you hear things like Baldwin and things like what happened in Atlanta when I think a parapro and a teacher got to fighting, stuff like that. Now, that could have been anything. You could have walked down there and asked about a grade. You know, our rule about you got to do a conference and set it up when you go into a role of a parent, we don't know what it was. But that's how quick emotions can flare up, and all of a sudden you're on the news, and your life as you know it has changed because we lose our group. So just a team effort. Just want to thank everyone for a successful school year, and we'll just keep plugging along. Tomorrow, I just want you to think, you know, we had 2 management tools. We had Schoology, and then through the back door came Google Classroom. So we need to decide on which one for next year. I know some of y'all were asked to experiment with Google Classroom, and some of y'all, so tomorrow I'll ask you to kind of tell us the difference in the two. Google Classroom is free. I know some of y'all compared the two, so I'll ask some of y'all that compared the two to kind of tell us about them, and we can decide. SLOs, yesterday was the last day to update them or to make them, so we have not updated them, and you'll have your same SLO for next year. And we do a lot of communicating, and this is too late this year, but we got some communications going on still till after the school year. Please, this year and then read your emails. There's a lot of stuff that goes out in emails. So take some time to look at your emails. A lot of information go out in emails. All right. on the paper grade books, you have your grade books that'll be turned in, and we did say you can do the, off of Infinite Campus, do the,
Section summons.
section summaries, thank you. But you have to divide them up by 9 weeks. You just can't run them all off like some of us did last year, just handle them. They gotta be divided up, and it's gotta look like a grade book. So it needs to be divided up. So if there is a question about a grade, we're not trying to flip through and find it. So it needs to be chronological order, needs to be divided up by 9 weeks. So if I need something back in August, and there's a question about Alan Gray's grade, and I can go to there, we can flip right to it, okay? In Infinite Campus, if you have stuff in there that's not identified, you can go in there and identify what it is. I've had some people, you know, for a class, it'll say classwork 1. Well, if you're gone, I don't know what that means, so it needs to be what that is. SLDS clicks, we're supposed to have, I think, 500. So on our SLDS clicks, if they're not done, Mazika can check them for a final status. We need to be clicking. All right, cleanliness of the rooms. I know that Coach May, you want to talk about the process on that?
Just let your department chair know, and then they'll let me, and I'll come do everybody's at one time. That way, I don't have to go to all over the building all day long. It just works a lot better that way.
All right, any questions on that?
I have a question.
Ma'am?
If you have a maintenance request, do you want it before the check or do you want it during the check?
Maintenance request, you just email that to Ms. Smith.
Okay.
Any type of maintenance request that you need, email it to Ms. Smith so we can get it on Mr. Williams' calendar. All right, we talked about the biometric screening tomorrow. I need to see the following people. If you teach, help me with that name.
Devastating.
Devasetti, I need you to stay for me. And if you're, and Mr. Moore, Coach Dixon, and Ms. Williford, I need you to stay after I dismiss. I got some grades, Coach Watts, Ms. Coleman, and Ms. Gardner. I need to get your grades to Ms. Jackson, because she can't do anything. Y'all know how the grades is. She can't do anything to all the grades are in there. One thing, and I'll say this, I'll revisit this next year, but one thing that we're going to do, you know, we're all mandated reporters through the PSC. So if we see anything, and then one of the 10 rules of the PSC is ethics. Ethics is one of the 10 rules as well. Come on in, one of the 10 rules is, one of them is ethics. You know, every year we go over, we'll have that meeting and we'll go over that again. So there's going to be some changes as far as, because to be honest with you, as administrators, when we're tracking, for example, when we went to duties, and the only reason I'm saying this now is because I need to say it before I forget it. And I wanted to say it, and I'll write it down, and I'll remind again. But for example, when we went to duties, you know, we had the 7:30 thing, and then if you was late, you had the 7:15 thing. But what happens is when we're trying to track that, and then whether it's tardy to school, whether it's tardy to duty, whether it's doing something that we know that not supposed to be done, you know, that all falls into that ethical thing. And it puts administrators in tough situations as far as, well, Alan Gray was late, and then of course, when I'm late, That whole week, I'm gonna check and see whoever else was late and see if they get the same consequences that I got, which I understand. Sometimes we hit and sometimes we miss. So I got to thinking about this thing. Y'all know me, I'm driving and I'm thinking, I'm taking actually a practice in Augusta, so I got an hour and I'm thinking about this. And then I thought about the ethics clause. So next year, if you late or you doing something and you're gonna self-report yourself, and you'll self-report yourself because that's the ethics part of it. And that's a part of your duties and responsibilities is to be to work on time, be to duty on time, and carry out the things that you're supposed to be. So as administrators, we're no longer going to be running around trying to find, because from a consistency standpoint, it is impossible. It is impossible to keep up with it. And if I punish, or if I, punish is not the right word, if I address Alan Gray, and then the next day Alan Gray sees somebody come in there that has been addressed, and then sometimes we don't know if people have been addressed or not. But I do understand how I would get upset if it's not consistently enforced. So in order to consistently enforce it, then it's going to fall under the ethics and then the duties and responsibilities. And we already mandated reporters, so if we're tardy or we're late, and y'all shoot an email to your administrator as I was tardy because of whatever, I was late because of whatever. I wasn't standing at the door like I was supposed to. You know, duties and responsibilities is going to be your responsibility, that if you're not carrying them out, you're going to self-report. That's the only way that it can be consistent. Now, I ain't self-reporting. Okay? You don't self-report, then you got to think about the ethics part of your PSC agreement and your contractual agreement. Okay? So that's where we're going to get consistency, because it's not what frustrates people more than anything is that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do and my neighbor is not, and the perception is like it's not being addressed. That frustrates the people, the majority of the people that do what they're supposed to do. So if you're doing what you're supposed to do and you're here like you're supposed to be and everything, then it's a non-issue. If you're not, then I'm talking directly to you. Now, do things come up? Yes, they do. But you just have to report it. We will continue this. I just had it hit me this morning, and I just wanted to kind of let you stew on it a little bit over the summer. So whatever in your brain you need to work out, you can work it out. Okay? Are there any questions or concerns about it? All right, the ones that I asked to stay, if you'll stay. The rest of y'all, you got your grades in. And we'll just follow this Thursday agenda.